Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald, and I'm here for another channeled message. I'm going to be touching base on a specific person, a celebrity that was highly requested. And I'm talking about Bruno Mars. I spent some time in meditation with his energy, and I want to ask for his ancestors to come through. I feel like there's something important about his ancestors being a part of this reading. So if you're new to my channel, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As I stated earlier, my name is Francine. I'm here with my channel where I focus in on both celebrities and other people within the collective experience. I feel like there's something to learn about all of us. You know, there's something that we can all impart. And I feel like Spirit wants me to start putting out the cards as I'm speaking. So I'm getting this really strong urge to touch base with Lahaina. I have to make sure that I'm saying their name correctly. But it was about the fires in Maui. And I think it's because Bruno's energy is linked very closely with Maui, with Hawaii in general. So I'm feeling like I have other things coming to me as I'm channeling for him. So let's continue. All right, let's see what's going on with him. I want to touch base with whatever comes through for his highest good. So we're going to start off with, I feel really strongly like Spirit wants me to focus on this new spread I have. So we're going to touch base on where he is now, what surrounds his current situation, what are his ambitions, what are his long-term goals, what are his talents and strengths, his current challenges and obstacles, his direction to take to make the best use of his fullest potential, hidden aspects that, you know, might need to be brought to light. There's some things that may not be known to the public currently that need to be at least in our awareness, something that we might not understand or see until later. This is kind of a reading to give you guys that heads up, and we're also going to touch base on some near future influences, what you can expect in the next 6 months or so. A lot of information coming through from him because I feel like I have to pause to think or pause to hear them. I'm primarily clairaudient, so I hear messages that way. So let's see what's going on. What is his current situation? We have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands energy. Typically, the Five of Wands is a card that talks about, it's about challenging your understanding of the world, challenging your perspective. These people are all working towards something. They're all building something. But here's the thing, they're not working, it's like they're working in their own way. Each and every single one of these 5 people have a vision for what they want to bring. And it's like there's this energy of him having this need to challenge the status quo. He's challenging the status quo constantly. Currently, he's focused on standing out amongst the crowd is what I'm hearing. And I also feel like he's trying to stand up for himself, stand up for what he wants and what he expects. I feel like he just has a strong air of challenging authority or challenging people that try to tell him otherwise, like that he can't do something. Really cool energy so far. Let's see what other cards are coming through though. What are his ambitions? We have the Nine of Pentacles, money, making sure that he's situated, that he's well off, that he's using his resources wisely. Nine of Pentacles is about independence. It's also about having your own, it's like having your own accumulation of wealth. He's really focused in on having enough money and more, you know, focusing on I'm getting a lot of Taurus energy from this card. And Taurus energy is usually about luxury. I feel like he's a luxurious energy. I feel like he wants like the best that life has to offer. And I feel like what motivates him is that very thing. Spirit's highlighting that I need to get some cards out. I was not expecting to use these, but let's just go with it. Spirit, what would you like to say about this card? We have another card coming through, which is a distant friend is thinking of you. So I feel like with regards to Bruno, he has a lot of friendships. But what I'm thinking is that he has a tendency to keep them at bay, a number of his friendships. I feel like he has more acquaintances than anything. So Spirit's trying to highlight, wow, look at all the dogs that came through. We have 2 dogs. Advice from a friend. There's someone here, if Bruno sees this message, there's a friend that's trying to speak to you, that wants to speak to you very soon. I'm getting that you're stubborn though, and that you're kind of focused on your own thing right now. You have a lot of strength and fortitude. But I feel like there's someone that really, really loves and cares for you that wants to talk to you. So if you've been having someone on red, I'm feeling like it's like either a grandmother or just someone young, someone either young of heart. It's like an older figure, but someone who likes to talk a lot. I feel like this person likes to talk a lot. They might gossip and talk to you about the latest gossip. Someone here wants to talk to you, Bruno. Spirit's talking about you needing to take a break, and they understand that you took a break, but there's something about this person wanting to talk to you. He's very independent. He's a very independent energy. I feel like he doesn't want to communicate to some people because he has other things going on. He has a lot of exciting ventures going on. So if this person comes to mind, I recommend reaching out to them. Something about this person potentially also being a man. It feels like it's multiple people. Someone that you party with, have fun with, they're coming through here in this reading. Interesting. I guess his ancestors want him to talk to this person. They have some good advice for you. Even though they talk the shit, I feel like this person talks a lot. They really want to give you some good information this time. All right. You can trust that. So Spirit wants to highlight that for him. Let's move on. So what are his long-term goals? We have the Eight of Wands. So with the Eight of Wands, what I'm feeling is that with his long-term goals, with the way he wants to operate and move, he wants to move very swiftly. So he's all about moving quickly, moving on from one venture to the next to the next. He's more so interested in fluidity. He doesn't like waiting and stagnancy. So there's something about Bruno Mars's energy where he wants things to keep moving. He wants to keep flowing through life, flowing through his career path, flowing through love. He wants to make sure that he's always moving forward. As long as he's moving forward, there's no impending like gloom or anything like that. Nothing can settle in when he's moving forward. And I'm hearing fire, like just a lot of fiery energy with Bruno. So he has a very big space in his heart for passion, for movement, for flow. There's something about him loving it, really enjoying it. The passion is what really keeps him going. So let's keep going. Let's see what else comes through. What are his talents and strengths that we can look at? We have the 10 of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Pentacles, typically the 10 of Pentacles energy is about family. It's about having an abundance, a legacy. His talents and strengths are that he's accumulated a lot of wealth and a lot of integrity, I'm hearing as well. He's learned a lot. I'm hearing team building. He's gotten a lot of lessons learned with regards to working with people, with collaborating with people. He has a great reputation with a number of people, and he values that very strongly. So they're trying to let you know that Bruno really admires the people along the way that he's met, the people along the way that he's grown with, the people along the way that he's befriended. They want you to know that he's more so about that. That is a big part of his 10 of Pentacles. That is what makes him feel like he is a legend or has a legacy to fulfill. It's when there are people along the way that he can bring. And I'm also hearing like he has a tendency of boasting about the people that he knows or the people that he's learn something from, the people that he's grown with. There's something about that. I don't know why I got the word Sarah Jessica or the name Sarah Jessica Parker, but that came through randomly. I don't know if there's an actor or like actors that he specifically really, really admires that he's gotten to know by being a star, by being in the spotlight. Something about that is really what fulfills him. It's getting to know people along the way. I'm hearing privately. So like getting to know them as they are and not like what people perceive them to be all the time, because there's so much more to people when you get to know them. The understanding of them deepens. And I think he really honors and relishes in getting to know people on a deeper level. I'm primarily getting that. I'm getting these two dogs as well. So I don't know if he has a pet. I'm just seeing like a lot of just a flurry. I feel like, I don't know if he likes flurries, McFlurries, that's coming through. Just a flurry of activity as well. He likes when there's something to keep him busy. He likes having time, of course, to be with himself, but I feel like he loves having people surrounding him to enjoy it with. So that's his talent and strength. It's really being a good person to build with, and also being very personable. I feel like that's something that really has helped him on his path. What are his current challenges and obstacles, though, that he needs to keep or be aware of? We have strength. He can be a bit stubborn. That's the first thing I got with this card. Because I'm feeling like the energy here is Leo, but it's like more so the shadowy energies. His challenges and obstacles are determination, kind of being focused, very focused on something and not being able to get away from it. Being more fixed. He needs to be more fluid. Let me look into that a bit more, actually. Spirit, what are you saying about his current challenges here with the Strength card? Because I feel like there's something else. We have family matters. So his family is coming up in this challenge here, as well as new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So there's something about him honoring legacy, right? With the Ten of Pentacles that we got earlier. I'm feeling more like he honors like past energies, past alliances and past ideas. I feel like he needs to open up to the new. I feel like he controls himself, or it's something about him controlling his output a lot more, because when I look at this person with the lion, I feel like there's some creative venture or something more that he can invest in, and I feel like what he does is he holds on to it. He's like, not right now. He tries to placate it and say like, one day we'll get to focus in on it. But I feel like he's grown such an empire on something that he does all the time in his music, that I feel like he's hesitant. But they're mentioning October, so something big is happening in October with regards to his challenges. He may be trying to work on something creatively, like work on a new song, work on an album of some sort, and he's feeling stuck. His challenge is staying, I think he's staying on some idea, and I'm hearing the word panther. I don't know why I'm hearing panther, but maybe that's a totem animal that's trying to come through. It's more so indicative of symbolizing something about him. A sincere wish will be granted. There's something about his creative process and something he wants to create and submit. And I feel like he has like some stubbornness about relenting or letting something happen. He's trying to control something a little too much, and he needs to let it flow and let a new idea come in. There's something about him wanting it a certain way. And this is something that's involving the law. It seems like it's family sorrow. Okay, so he's dealing with multiple things. So this is about his music process. I'm hearing producer. So there's something involving his producer or producing his work. And there's also something coming in about his family as well. They're going through some difficulties right now. So I feel like he needs to be less resistant. I'm getting birth and conception of a child or enterprise. I feel like whenever things fall apart, in moments when things fall apart, there's something new that takes its place. And I feel like he needs to let something take its place. This is in regards to his family, some sadness. Maybe there was a loss in the family, but there's a chain of events that's going to affect his life. And I think what's happening is it's showing up in multiple areas of his life to where he's like, what the hell is going on? We have, look, Leo energy again, the lion. The lion's very indicative of something for him. Confidence is your key to success. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So there's been some difficulties with regards to his life recently. And what he needs to do is have more determination and more confidence, and not as much like I don't know, I'm getting a stuffy energy. Like he's not willing to yield to something that's going to be really helpful to him. I feel like he needs to be more open and flow. I feel like he's being more stagnant and stiff. Confidence is what he needs in this moment right now. So he's dealing with some blockage with regards to his fears. Yeah, they're talking about his fears, needing confidence, and allowing some rough cycle to approach. I'm not sure if he was he was working a lot more, and he probably wasn't seeing it pay off as much as he wanted to, because we have 2 Capricorn cards. Capricorn is all about hard work. It's about dedication. It's about Capricorn energy is usually about generosity too. I feel like he's been so generous in his work recently, but he's being stagnant or stiff about something in his art or something in his family. Just in general, he needs to be more fluid. Okay, so let's keep going. A new start's coming for him, so it's gonna get better. But right now, they want us to know that he's a little a little stubborn about something he has to change going forward. Yeah, look at this, guys. So you know how we had this at the bottom, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. We have key. Okay, successful outcome to your problems. There's some key that someone wants to give him, and it might have something to do with this person that we were talking about. And look at this, a key for the door. Opportunities are waiting for you. He needs to take the key. He needs to take the key. Someone's trying to give him something and he's not taking it. All right, let's keep moving. So what direction does he need to take in order to make the best use of his fullest potential? He needs to allow himself to travel. I'm hearing travel, so there's something that's going to require him to travel. I don't know if it's in regards to his family, like traveling back home, or it's in regards to just transitioning. He's very stubborn and unwilling to yield to something that's going to be very new but beneficial for him. I'm hearing old money, new money. So there's something about him having trust with old ways of doing stuff, like old ways of addressing things, because it got him what he needed. And there's a need for him to allow himself to do something new. I think he really greatly values people in his life that are older as well. Something about elders, like he has a lot of respect for elders in his life and in his family, and his ancestors are making that clear. I'm hearing a number of things, but I see that he needs to clean it up with number 21. So transitions require a lot of planning, a lot of effort, and a lot of expectations. Like when you're trying to plan for an event for it to happen, there might be some things that need to be changed, or some things that need to be more flexible. He needs to clean up some things that he has to do before he travels or before he moves forward in this venture. We have a lot of joy and a lot of abundance coming in, even more than he already has. I feel like he just needs to open up to the transitions. So he just needs to, and I'm hearing nuestro, like, so I don't know if he's around someone that speaks Spanish, but I'm getting the energy of just his ancestors coming through. He has an advantage that not everyone has, not many people will have. And I feel like he needs to take use and make use of that as he transitions. They're telling me here that he has some gifts to exchange that he's not exchanging right now. I also see here between worlds. He's involved with something that is meant to end, guys. It's like he's meant to end some saga or some part of his life, a part of his journey and transition, and he hasn't been willing to transition. And what happened? We have the round and round card. He's going right round and round, and it's like there's something that they wanted to tell him. He's afraid of being like left out, meaning like leaving this thing that he's learned so much from, or the place in which he's learned so much from other people. And he's afraid of being alone in some new, either it could be a new genre, it could be a new passion of his that he wants to pursue. He's very hesitant because he likes things the way that they are. We also have the name, okay, they want me to give you a name. Interesting. James as well. Why is James coming through for a number of people? Happy is here. So happy. He's going to be really happy when he takes this step that's needed here, but he's not taking it. Okay, he knows this is the right call to make with deep knowing, but he's not taking it. He's thinking about it way too much with thinker in reverse. So he needs to end something in order to travel, in order to move forward in this new thing, in order to address his fears, because he's I'm hearing muerte. So like he feels like it's going to be a dead end, but it's not. It's going to be really, really good for him. And it might even be him traveling and taking time away from his work because he's so busy to focus in on something else. There's actually something that will help him at the place he's meant to be. So he just needs to trust that. What do we have next, Spirit? What are the hidden aspects that need to be brought to light? The Eight of Cups. Typically, the Eight of Cups energy is about walking away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling. The hidden aspects are him moving forward and moving out of the situation that's not emotionally fulfilling to him anymore. Spirit, what is this Eight of Cups? Why is this Eight of Cups here? Wow, the High Priestess is here, number 1. Why is the Eight of Cups here? We also have the Three of Cups. And then we have, I'm hearing when the party's over from Billie Eilish. It's like recognizing when something between you and a person is no longer going to work, or a situation you had in the past is no longer working. I'm feeling like Spirit's highlighting with the High Priestess and the Three of Cups. This is about knowing intuitively about a connection or about people in your circle that are really draining you. There's something about him feeling really drained or really tired or really overwhelmed by a group of people that he used to work with as well. This can also be a relationship. What else can you say about this, Spirit? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, some long-term relationship or someone that he has a lot of emotions for. This has been a long, slow, and steady relationship or situationship with someone. Spirit's saying there needs to be, you have clarity, Bruno, on this person. You already know how you feel about them. Let the Tower fall so that you can be in balance again, because I feel like they're not beneficial to him. Look at that. Four of Swords is usually about putting something to rest. He needs to like not pour his love into this person, because I feel like the Tower is falling. I feel like this relationship wasn't grounded on like true love. It was more so passion, but I feel like it's running its course. He needs to take the upper, I feel like he needs to address this and then move forward by like addressing the longevity of this relationship and that it's been going on for too long, and then fighting that, or fighting the desire to stay with something that is known to him. I feel like the Two of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles is telling me that he's indecisive about this person. The Nine of Swords says it's like worrying him because he's worried about what will come, or what to say to this person. I feel like I'm getting double energy with Capricorn coming through as well. Four of Pentacles is about holding on to something. I feel like he's holding on tightly to this person. I'm hearing sunrise. Yeah, I'm seeing this card in my mind's eye. And it's about new creative ideas, new ventures. There's something new for him that he needs to open up to, because this person's just not for him. So that this person can also move forward too, because I see the Seven of Cups. This is about indecisiveness, trying to run away from a situation. It's going to leave that person feeling defensive and sad. So it's just like, no matter what you do, you just gotta say and do what you gotta do. You gotta be honest with them. I feel like clarity is going to come to him. This is the hidden aspect you guys aren't aware of. I feel like he needs to talk to this person. The Lovers, and we have the Magician, manifesting love, manifesting new love. I feel like he is a page. I feel like he is not as committed right now. That's what's coming through, and I feel like he's a heartbreaker. But it's coming through as Four of Wands. Interesting, Four of Wands is usually about marriage, but I'm getting the energy that he's more so a magician with regards to love, very slow and steady with regards to love as well. So I feel like he goes through a lot of heartbreak or breaking hearts. I don't think he intends on doing that, but the Tower is falling and he has to just let it go. He has a lot of soulmates in his life, guys, a lot of soulmates. And I feel like what happens is he gets into it and he gets interested in someone, right? A lot of people, sees them from afar and really enjoys his time with them. It helps him creatively as well. But I feel like he needs to move forward out of this current relationship here. What would you like to say about the person that he is in this relationship with? Okay, they're the King of Swords energy. They might be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. A very direct person. I feel like they're very studious as well. And this was something that they were thinking could be a potential relationship. They were thinking that it could turn into something more. So you need to tell them so that you don't end up in a position where they're not. Yeah, they were like kind of hopeful that this would turn into something else, and they want reciprocity. Okay. They might have been looking elsewhere as well, but they had their sights on him. So it's like these two, they're tired. They really want to know what's going on, and I feel like he needs to just tell them because they're feeling unbalanced. And I'm hearing out of shape. They don't feel like they're in shape, or they're going out enough to get in shape. Five of Swords, conflict. So yeah, this person is feeling conflicted. They're feeling like they need to fight for this or fight for this relationship, but he needs to move forward. It's for his best interest that he moves. All right, What are his near future influences within the next 6 months, Spirit? I just heard knocking on my door, which is interesting. So 7 of Wands is coming through, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Sun. So we haven't even gotten to the card for the next 6 months, but I just wanted to shuffle and see what comes through. To conclude what we were just saying about this 8 of Cups energy, we have the 7 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Sun. Excuse the angle, guys. It's a little tricky. All right. Primarily because my camera is being interesting because it needs to charge, and I have the shortest the shortest cord in the world. Okay, so yeah, 7 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the Sun. He wants to allow himself to get into a relationship with this Queen of Wands. This person could either be an air sign or have just a lot of air or fire in their chart. Yeah, they want to be friends with them. They want to leave things well and positive at the end of the day. They might work with them, and that's why they feel like they need to keep something going. And I feel like they need to also heal and take time away from collaborating. This person you guys might already know. I'm not sure if you guys know. I wouldn't know because I keep up with any of the artists for the most part. Okay, but yeah, the 3 of Swords, it's going to hurt at the end of the day. They can't escape the hurt and the pain there. They've tried really hard to keep this going. So let's keep going. So Spirit, for the next 6 months, what do we have? We have the 4 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. He's going to feel like he's aimlessly wandering or aimlessly searching for something, searching for insight, information. It's going to feel like a burden, but he's going to receive the clarity that he needs. So what's going to happen is if he decides to move forward, to travel where he's needed to go, to speak to the people that he's needing to speak to that we mentioned earlier. All of this was mentioned earlier. I feel like if he does those things, he may feel like a wanderer. He might feel orphaned for a bit, but Spirit is telling him that is where he needs to be. There's some information, there's some stuff he needs to do elsewhere. And I don't know why I'm getting the term, it's going to feel like he's in Alaska emotionally. He's going to begin to see that all the glitters isn't gold with his past. So this is a really big moment in Bruno Mars' life. He's going to be going through some changes. He's going to find happiness on the other end of it. And I'm hearing obstruct. So I feel like he might have had a perception of what happiness was, but wait till 6 months. Like he's going to come into an understanding of happiness truly. I feel like he's not going to expect what comes towards him, but I feel like he's going to know very soon. Spirit just wants to highlight that to him and to us. It feels like he was going through like this circle, and I'm hearing creator's block, writer's block, like feeling a block in some way, musically, art, as far as his art. And they're saying he's going to come to an understanding. No place like home. This feels a lot like he's traveling home. So he's thinking about home, worried about someone at home. I'm hearing an aunt. But he knows that it's time for him to rest. It's time for him to allow himself to adjust. And also to recognize that there are things that he used to do that are no longer going to serve him anymore. There's some things that he's going to have to let go very soon. He's poised for it. I don't know why I heard smoking. So maybe how much he smokes is coming through. Like if he does it actively or socially. Something about that is coming through. I'm also hearing Maggie, so I don't know if he knows a Maggie. Could be a pet for some reason is coming through. We have the 3 of Cups coming through again, friendships. I feel like he's going to come into a lot of great work partnerships. More to come is what I'm hearing. So let's see what the summation is. Moving on to calmer waters. That is what this entire reading is really about. Him moving forward and transitioning. Travel is definitely coming up. Okay. There's something he's not doing, and I'm seeing the ant archetype. This is someone who's a hard worker. I feel like he works and grinds, but I feel like he's meant to look up and to look at this, like the broader view of his circumstances so that he can understand what's going on. That's what I'm getting. Spirit, is there anything else that we should talk about for Bruno Mars? Anything else? Let's look at his mask. Let's kind of mix the 2 readings in one here. Spirit team, what is Bruno's mask? Okay, we have one card. What is his true self-image here? We have 2 cards. What is his trajectory with regards to his career? Ooh, let's get that one here. And what is his trajectory with regards to love? Okay, we have another one. Cool. So bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Seven of Cups. It's a little close, I know. So Ace of Wands is about moving forward into a new start. I feel like he has a lot of options coming through to him. And I'm feeling like he's seeing stuff online, like he's looking up opportunities, places, venues, things that he can do moving forward. And I feel like he's going to have a lot of options and he's going to go through some indecisiveness for a bit. What is his mask? The Devil. He tries to look like he's a player. He tries to look like he's very flirtatious, that he's very like seductive, alluring. He tries to look like he is in cahoots with the devil energy. We will see what his true self-image is though, but that is what he projects. He projects this to people, that he is insatiable, that he is maybe even hedonistic in some way, like enjoying like the comforts of life, the things of life. But I'm getting angel wings, so I feel like he has a very angelic spirit team, or just in a very angelic nature, but it's muddled by what people perceive him to be. What is he truly though? We have the Chariot and we have the Magician. He makes himself and appears as he wants you to appear, as he wants himself to appear. He's very good at shape-shifting. So Bruno Mars is very, very wow, he's evolving on a very, very quick manner, meaning that he's not even truly just one thing. I feel like he just creates what he wants to be. His persona is one thing, but who he truly is another thing. If you only know his persona, you don't truly know all of him. I'm getting Aries energy, a fiery climax approaches. He's a very fiery energy. He's very more so ego driven in some ways, where he focuses on his identity. He's very focused. Usually Aries energy, ego is not all bad, because we have to operate in both ego and in our higher, what is that word? We have to operate in ego and also in our higher self, our spiritual energies. We have some base motives, base interests that are not inherently bad. It's just how much you focus on that ego. A personal issue reaches resolution. He has a very soft side to him. I'm getting full moon in Cancer, so he's interested in resolving conflicts. He likes when there's peace. He'll get there, like he'll get in your face or do the things that he needs to do if he has to, but he's very much into being lax, being relaxed around people, not being so worried about people. He's more so interested in resolution, conflict resolution, and we have luck is on his side. He has a lot of luck on his side. He is a magician. He can create what he wants to create in you as his fans. It's like with his music, with his style, it's all a small part of him, but he is bigger than what people perceive, bigger than the devil energy. Devil is not all about negativity. It's also about just being alluring energy, very prone to a lot of people that obsess over him. So it's really just all about how he operates with it. Let's see what his trajectory is for his career. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is about give and take. He's going to have a lot of balance. When we have it horizontal, I should say, that usually means that it's consistent or constant. He is constantly focusing on balance, and he will continue to have balance within his life, within his career path. Career is going to be something that's tit for tat. I say that a lot sometimes, but I feel like tit for tat is a really good way of saying what you put in is what you receive. He's very lucky with his music because he's a very magician-like energy. So he puts in what he gets out. He gets out what he puts in. It's simple as that. It feels like he's just going to have a good career ongoing. There may be lulls in moments where he's not operating or doing a lot of stuff, but he's literally still creating. And then when he comes out and creates something, people are expectant. Okay, he has a very broader view of his career path. He's learning how to have a broader view of his career path and also to integrate new things. With regards to his relationships, what is his trajectory? We have the Star, healing. So he's going to be healing a lot of big things with regards to his sexual energy as well. Something like that is coming through. So he's healing a number of things. Let's look into that. Let me just go and get my deck if I can. Okay, so let's look into what is Bruno Mars healing, Spirit? What is Bruno Mars healing as we're closing this reading? Wow, I feel this card. What is he healing, Spirit team of Bruno Mars, my Spirit team? All right, we have 2. I'm hearing omens. So he's seeing a lot of omens, guys, with regards to feminine and masculine energy. Okay, so the first thing we have here is grounding. He's learning how to ground. Spirit's highlighting that he has currently some false grounding techniques that he needs to sharpen up and to address. This is about like overeating, over drinking, over smoking, specifically with weed. I feel like he needs to ground correctly, or correctly is such an interesting term. Correctly, it means like more of an objective thing with his body. So grounding with these things like overeating, over drinking, overindulging, it lasts for a little bit. It's good with helping with anxiety, for instance, if he's smoking weed. But there's something about him relying too heavily on something. So there's some substance that he needs to have like a balanced experience with. So with regards to his grounding techniques, all he needs to do is truly just spend more time grounding with the earth, with Mother Earth. And I think traveling with maybe visiting his family, for instance, would be a great way to get back to his roots, back to who he is, his identity, and how he interacts with the people that are the closest to him. This doesn't have to include family, but this is just coming through as something that he may be dealing with. When I remembered or mentioned Lahaina, I feel like somehow there's some tie to Hawaii, and I feel like his connection is being addressed here. I feel like he wants to make action with the Ace and 2 of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands are telling me making plans would be necessary. And I feel like there's some mother or maternal figure that's waiting for him, that wants to communicate with him. So I'm feeling like the grounding will help him. And I feel like it'll help him kind of address other aspects of his experience as well, like kind of compensating or compiling all of his experiences so far so that he can feel more grounded. I feel like he's always go, 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 and I feel like he needs to slow down a bit more. So that's what's coming through first. And second, we have feminine energy. So his feminine energy, and I'm hearing feminine wiles. There's some things that he's learning about feminine energy. I feel like he's very inspired by feminine energy in general. I feel like he's very attracted and really loves and gets nourished by feminine energy a lot. He's very generous when it comes to feminine energy. I feel like he just needs to touch base with the intuitive nudges that he's been getting about his feminine energy that's coming through. I'm just feeling like he'll get a lot of insight when he's at rest or at peace. I feel like there's something about not being at peace or as fulfilled emotionally. A part of feminine energy, the beauty of it is being nurturing, or having this nurturing sense of yourself, holding space for yourself, trusting the process. It's about having this sense of balance that he needs so desperately with regards to his masculine and his feminine energy. I feel like he's used to being in his masculine a lot more, and he's used to being inspired by feminine energies, but outside of himself. He needs to tap into the feminine energy inside of himself. I feel like feminine energies, like the feminine energies, have been really transformative in his life with the Death and the Lovers. I feel like he's going to have a new leaf, a new understanding of love, a new understanding of the truth of what it means to be generous, or the understanding of what it means to be in your feminine energy more. Yeah, he's going to open up a lot more going forward. And I'm really happy to see that, because we all need to know that both aspects of self are welcome. All aspects of our identity is welcome. So I hope that he gets to tap into that more, because Spirit's saying he's healing that. The last thing we have is honoring your energy. Yeah, this is what we were getting, number 15 as well. So we have 36, 17, and 15. The numbers 16, or the numbers 6, 8, and 9 are significant. His intuition is telling him he needs to focus more on his time and how he gives to people. I feel like he's trying to get more time to himself, and I think that's a really good thing. I feel like he's trying to integrate honoring his energy with the people around him, trusting his when he feels down or feels like he doesn't trust someone or feel like he doesn't, like his energy is not respected, that he should get out of those spaces. That's a good thing. He's doing the right thing there. I just feel like someone here is trying to give him wisdom, and I feel like he might be closing off all of his energy, but he can actually do that and be happy and invite the right people in that will be a gift to him. So I think it's just deciphering who is worth the time and energy. I think that's what he's focusing on. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. Maybe not putting his anger from other people or experiences on other people as well. Just kind of like having a healthy way of looking at anger. When someone angers him, not taking it out on others or allowing others to affect his view of the right people, the people that are actually there for him in his corner. I'm getting at the bottom of the deck, retreat, focusing on his inner world. I think he spent some time in retreat, finding his joy in that moment, in that safe place, safe harbor. And yeah, sacred space, guys. Yeah, so he needs to be in his own space with regards to love and sexual energy. He needs to allow himself to have his own space. I feel like someone in his energy was trying to get a lot out of him, or had expectations that they shouldn't have. It's normal to get into those modes of thinking, like when you are in love with someone, that you deserve all their energy, but codependency is real, and I feel like he needs to just allow himself to have the needed space from this person. So that is what I have for you guys today. I hope this helps you gain a better picture of Bruno Mars at this current moment. This is going to be a video I put out. Today is October 17th, I believe October 18th, 2023. So you guys will likely get this October 18th or later. It just depends on what Spirit is saying. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, guys, just to assist me in getting this message out, hopefully to the people that it's meant for, and also for their fans. So thank you so much for all of the love and support. Check out my exclusive content and also join my membership. It's going to be really exciting. I have a lot of exciting stuff just for you guys. Some exclusive content for members only coming up. But until next time, you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.